Yeah. What up? Y'all already know what it is. Y'all now tuned in to Real Talk Podcast, and y'all tuning in with Stacks with the Facts, aka VirgilBerry2's. And y'all already know what it is. It's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon, and we're gonna get right to it. We ain't wasting no time. Y'all see the title? So where's GUYLAINE? Where the fuck she at, y'all? Huh? And if y'all know what I'm talking about GUYLAINE Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's mistress, girlfriend, bottom bitch. You hear me? She was the one who recruited, right? Young women, girls, little girls, babies, for freaky ass Jeffrey Epstein, right? Now, where's GUYLAINE? You mean to tell me, after all this time done passed, all this information came out, you mean to tell me that this lady ain't nowhere to be found? She said, Prince Andrew, in his interview the other day on Saturday, he said out his own mouth, he said that him and GUYLAINE is good friends, best friends. Why ain't they asking him where she at? She got some explaining to do. She seems to be so elusive right now. And she gotta come and explain her goddamn self. For sure she does. You know? But let's get into GUYLAINE Maxwell and who she is, right? GUYLAINE Maxwell, a.k.a. Epstein's mistress. Bottom bitch. You hear me? I mean, I gotta laugh, but it's really not funny, though, for real. GUYLAINE Maxwell is the daughter of Robert Maxwell. Who is Robert Maxwell? Robert Maxwell was the owner and CEO of The Mirror, right? This is a British newspaper that got real popular and famous during the late 50s, early 60s, and was prominent up until the late 80s, early 90s, up until Robert Maxwell's unfortunate demise, where he had an accident where he supposedly killed himself. He supposedly killed himself by throwing himself off his damn boat. The boat, guess what the name of the boat was, y'all? The name of the boat was the Lady GUYLAINE, named after his daughter, right? Now, if anybody does any research into Robert Maxwell, Bob Maxwell, Bobby Maxwell, right? What y'all gonna know is that The Mirror was basically a propaganda arm for the United Kingdom intelligence and for the Mossad Israeli intelligence, which was funding Robert Maxwell. Robert Maxwell was in cahoots with people like Leslie Wexner, people like Henry Kissinger, you know, people like Henry Luce Booth, or Henry Luce of Time magazine. I mean, this guy was involved with some of the most crooked people you could think of, right? And he was an asset of Mossad because he was a Zionist, right? And he was used as a propaganda arm to spread propaganda that was in favor of the Israeli regime, right? Through The Mirror to the British people, right? Now, when The Mirror started to tank, right? When all these newspapers was going to online and a lot of them were going out of print and all this stuff, The Mirror, you know, I guess the people over there at Mossad and the CIA and the Round Table and I guess, you know, MI5 and MI6, I guess they was feeling like he was drawing too much attention to them due to his extraditive affairs, you know, things he did on the side that he probably shouldn't have been doing and had no goddamn business doing, that was drawing way too much attention to the people who really owned him and funded him. So for some reason or other, they got rid of his ass and they try to make it look like a suicide because they say he had a heart problems and he fell off of his boat. It was excused as a suicide or an accident, or like those who really know what the fuck is going on, Nigga, you got too damn popular. You brought too much attention to yourself, right? And they had to get rid of your ass because you got compromised somehow. So they had to get rid of your ass. And they're afraid that you was going to talk. They're afraid that your soft ass was going to say something. So they offed your ass. Right? GUYLAINE has been feeling some type of way since that day. There's numerous articles, there's numerous interviews with her when she's asked about this situation, and she says it out her own mouth, I don't believe my father's death was a suicide. Now, she don't go into detail and say who do she think did it. She doesn't go into detail and say why she thinks they did it. She just says unequivocally, I do not believe and will not ever believe, because she knows he wasn't. That was not a suicide. Because she knows it. Right? She's been around that shit her whole fucking life, right? GUYLAINE Maxwell. GUYLAINE Maxwell hangs out with people like Naomi Campbell. She hangs out with people like Gwyneth Paltrow. She hangs out with people like Lady Gaga. She hangs out with people like, what's Tom Cruise's? Nicole Kidman. These are her friends, right? There's that picture of GUYLAINE and Prince Andrew and the girl Roberta Dufresne, right? Or what's her name? Jennifer Roberts or Jennifer Dupre, whatever her name is. There's a picture of her underage, right? Where Andrew got his hand around his waist, her waist, Prince Andrew, that is, of the British royal family, and you got GUYLAINE standing off in a cut, right? Then you got another picture where it's Naomi Campbell, right? Or where it's, is Naomi Campbell in that picture? I want to say it's Naomi Campbell, GUYLAINE, and the girl, Jennifer Roberts, I want to say her name is. You got some explaining to do, Naomi. How do you know GUYLAINE Maxwell? How long have you known GUYLAINE Maxwell? Now, I'm not saying that Naomi is guilty of anything. What I'm saying is I'm pretty sure she's done flown on that Lolita Express with GUYLAINE and with Epstein and maybe either other people as well, because Naomi Campbell's name was on that list of people on that ledger who have flown on the Lolita Express. And if you look up the word Lolita and what it means in Espanol, it is a derogatory word for a slut, a morally loose girl. Lolita. That's like a Spanish word for slut, basically. Right? So he called his plane the Lolita Express, the Little Slut Express. So to let you know how freaky this motherfucker really was. And GUYLAINE Maxwell was a part of the whole thing from jump. So she got some explaining to do. Where is she? Right? Are we to believe that this chick, GUYLAINE Maxwell, is so elusive and got so much money that she can hide? When a prince, a British royal prince could not hide? Right? Why Prince Andrew, I didn't hear that lady ask him one time, well, where the hell is GUYLAINE Maxwell? You're good friends with her. You just said that you was good friends with her. That's how you know Jeffrey Epstein, right? So where the hell she at then? Maybe you can tell us about her whereabouts, since she's involved in all of this and nobody can seem to find out where she is. All this stuff that's been going on with Epstein and Prince Andrew and all these motherfuckers, right? Her name keep getting brought up. Why ain't we seeing her? Why is she being questioned? Why is there not a warrant out for her arrest? Why has Interpol not got her face plastered all over every TV screen on the goddamn planet? GUYLAINE, you got some fucking explaining to do. Flat out, y'all. She has a lot of explaining to do. I'm talking about a lot of explaining to do. And you know, you already know, stacks with the facts. I'm gonna put it in perspective, man. You know, we ain't gonna just sit here. You know, Prince Andrew go on TV last Saturday with that silly dumbass interview, right? That I'm pretty sure old Lizzie signed off on. right? Why, I don't know. That shit did nothing to help Prince Andrew or the British royal family. He looked guilty as shit. Us in the know, we already know he guilty as shit. So that interview was fucking pointless to a degree, but it also let us know, like I say to y'all, how much contempt these people have for our intelligence. That man went on TV, sit there and told about 4-5 different lies that goddamn excuse for a journalist, excuse for an interviewer. They got the nerve to talk about she's BBC royalty, she did her job, she put the tough questions to him. She ain't do none of that shit. She said everything she was supposed to say that was written down on that piece of fucking paper for her. God damn it. You know, I mean, for God's sakes, y'all, it was on the BBC, man. The BBC is basically the public relations firm or public relations office for the royal family and for the British government. I mean, I gotta laugh at this shit, man. So, GUYLAINE, where the hell are you back? Huh? Where the hell are you? We got to know. We gotta know. Where you at? Where you been? When we gonna see you? Like, seriously. Where this chick at? She got a lot of explaining to do, y'all. We gonna just sit here and just let this shit slide on the rug and she ain't gonna get called in for questioning? I'm talking about MI5, MI6, the CIA. You hear me? FBI. Y'all can't find this chick? Why ain't she come out and made a statement? Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this right now, because I'm pretty sure the same fate that happened to Epstein, that's if he fucking dead, which I strongly disbelieve he's dead, right? I have no facts, no evidence to support that. It's just a gut feeling that I got. They're going to do GUYLAINE like they did him. So don't be surprised if we get a news reel, a news flash, breaking news that GUYLAINE Maxwell was found dead in her apartment in her penthouse suite or some shit like that. Right? Don't be fucking surprised. Right? Don't be surprised if you wake up on the CNN, watching CNN, and you hear the motherfucker talking about GUYLAINE Maxwell was found floating in a goddamn, floating in the Thames. Yeah, don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Don't be surprised, man. I'm talking about, don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised, man. You get a news feed saying some shit like that, man. You know what I'm talking about? Don't be surprised if you get a news feed talking about GUYLAINE Maxwell was found with her wrist slit. She committed suicide. Don't be surprised if you hear that shit, right? I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not saying if you hear that, I'm not saying it's not true, because it's very well, strongly possible that Jeffrey Epstein is dead. So it's also a strong possibility that he ain't. Just like with GUYLAINE Maxwell, it's a strong possibility that she may be already dead, or it's a strong possibility that they faking her death, right? So my whole point of this podcast today was to put into perspective and question, where the hell is GUYLAINE at? Why ain't she been interviewed? Why ain't she been summoned and petitioned to come to court? Why ain't no motherfucking warrants or anything like that been issued for her? Why has she not made a statement, made an appearance? Right? Because most people, when they guilty of shit and they know they guilty of shit, they start hiding and running and ducking and shit. Right? So, you know, that's where we're going to leave it at today, y'all, man. You know, where the hell is GUYLAINE? I want to know. Don't y'all want to know? Anyway, man, y'all already know what it is. This is Stats with the Facts. This is A Real Talk Podcast. You already know, if y'all want to get in contact with me, hit me up at all lowercase letters, BERRY.VIRGIL on Instagram. Get with me on Twitter at capital BERRY, the number 2, capital VIRGIL. And if y'all want to get with me on Facebook, y'all just type my name, Virgil Berry, in that search engine. You're going to see me with that raw ass Benny the Butcher fitted on. And as usual, don't believe anything I say. Don't trust nothing I say. Don't go along with anything I say. Do your own research. Question everything, even the stuff you hear me say. Matter of fact, most vehemently, the stuff you hear me say, and you find out for yourself and check it out. Till next time, y'all be good. A Real Talk Podcast. Take care of yourselves.